The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello there, welcome to the show. You will find this one in your podcast app. Just search for The Square Ball, and it's on YouTube as well if you would like to watch the video version. The show is brought to you with Levi's Solicitors. Michael, some exciting Levi's news coming next week, but ahead of that...
How are people going to get through the weekend, you know?
By watching Leeds win at Brighton.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Do you think that'll happen?
The easy way. Yes, I do.
Good, okay.
What's another way to win?
By getting a discount at Levi's Solicitors across the full range of legal services.
10% discount on your legal fees on their full range of services. Yeah, you'll find them all, details and terms on the website, which is levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. Coming around for 10 years of sponsorship. Somehow still hanging in there. Thank you, Levi's. We do appreciate it. And thank you for using Levi's Solicitors as well. It all helps to keep the show on the road, doesn't it? Down with Michael and Chris Mack. Well, will we be playing on Boxing Day this year? That's a big question, isn't it? Is Christmas going to be ruined or is it not? Will the ground development be delayed? And will Melier be departing for Belgium? And has Patrick Bamford betrayed us? Go at that then.
Ellen Road Planning, that's happening today, is that meeting.
So that's Thursday. Right.
Because they've apparently a bit concerned the fact that Leeds has got absolutely dog shit public transport.
As if only somebody had noticed across all these years that we had no mass transit.
Council all of a sudden, like, transport's terrible. I don't know how you're going to get all these people back and forth.
They're going to build a tram, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the Simpsons monorail, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always felt like that in Leeds. For anybody who's not from Leeds, like it feels like we've been promised some form of mass transit or another for decades now, and it's just never materialised. We got the buses that travel in guided bus lanes. They built those. I don't know if they even use those anymore, but that's Scott Hall Road, if you're heading out to North Leeds, as the guided bus lanes, which is basically normal buses with little spinny wheels on the side to stop them going off like a dry ski slope type thing.
Yeah, that sort of a thing, which is as good as an underground.
Yeah,
in some ways. Yeah, because they can also not drive in the guided bus lanes, can't they? That's the beauty of
the undergrounds.
Yeah, if you get an underground train, it's useless on a road, isn't it?
Whereas
those buses, they can go anywhere.
I believe that's called a tram.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Dreamers.
Probably still remains the fact that Leeds is the biggest. Is it the biggest city in Europe with no mass transit? Is that right?
At one point, we were the biggest without a top-level football team and without a mass transit system. So they were the real days of pride in the city.
I suspect what will happen is there'll be some heel dragging around this because it's essentially the planning panel are saying, hang on a second, you're not going to be able to move all those people around, as you were saying, Michael. That's a bit of a problem if you have 53,000 people trying to get there instead of 36,000, which is true because trying to get anywhere around Ellen Road on a match day is a pain in the arse. So maybe they need to do whatever they need to do. I suspect there'll be some heel dragging, as I said. It'll get muddled through. It'll probably get built, and it'll be a nightmare to try and get anywhere. And they'll go, if only we built some mass transit. And everyone will go, yeah.
I do think it's more than an Ellen Road problem, though. I think Leeds as a city is awful to get around.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, if you want to go into town and you want to leave your car anywhere, forget about it. There's been protests on the city centre on like Saturday lunchtime sometimes. So before the Newcastle game, I got the bus into town and was like, I'll get off where the theatre is on Vicar Lane. But that bus stop had been closed because of the protest ongoing. But the bus driver didn't tell anyone this and then decided to proceed on to Eastgate, where there was about 60 buses and all of the weekend's traffic trying to get into the John Lewis all at the same time. And I said, we haven't moved for 15 minutes. Can I get off? No. Class. Okay. I'll sit back down and go fuck myself.
You're basically a hostage on this bus. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I've seen speed. It's like the opposite of speed, isn't it? If it goes above 0 miles an hour, nothing happens.
It's probably not a great plot.
No, bad movie.
I think
for a
like,
film.
As someone who does, if I go away, I try and get to a football match somewhere. I don't think I've had a match day experience getting to a game worse than Ellen Road. Do you know what I mean? Like in terms of the travel.
Yeah.
Pretty much anywhere in Europe.
It's that bad that basically the best option is to have a long and not particularly nice walk from town because you're like, it's probably still quicker. Even though it's about, a 45-minute walk?
Yeah, and it's easier said than done because it's fine for able-bodied people. There are people who can't walk for 40 minutes who want to go to the football. And what do? Just sit in traffic for an hour and a half?
Yeah. I mean, just to give the example of where we are here, we're at the sort of junction of the motorway and the ring road. If I'm driving in on a match day, when I drive in on a match day, I normally try and come in a couple of hours ahead of time just because I know I'll be able to get into the office. But because we're close to Ellen Road, we're within a 15-minute walk here, aren't we? 10, 15 minutes. it's just completely log jammed on the roads all around the motorway junctions on a match day. So I have to get here early enough to be able to just get here. Otherwise, it's drive down the lower ring road through Wortley and then just come to a standstill for the entire. It's the last mile. The last mile is just, you just don't move. It'll take you 45 minutes to do 1 mile at the end of it, and it's taken me 15 minutes, 20 minutes just to get down to that final mile. The first bit's fine, getting out of Bradford. Everyone wants to.
I will say the club aren't helping. Well, it's not the club. I don't think they run it in fairness, but like whoever is in charge of this, like the park and ride things that they offer for a match day as well, they're not helping either, because it's 21 quid for a car at a park and ride, which when you can park for free up the hill in Beeston or down on Gelderd Road.
We're in Yorkshire.
21 quid is not encouraging anyone to take the family car. I think if you do one of you, it's 7 quid. But if you've got a car because you have to pay for the bus,
yeah,
it's just terrible value. It's like it's a 2 mile bus ride, and they're like, oh yeah, 21 quid for all 4 of you, brilliant.
Yeah, but this is the nature of where we are now, that everybody tries to gouge every single pound out of you, because that's the state of the economy.
That's why we're building the West Stand, baby.
but it is like, I don't know. I mean, we're getting into moaning about what this country does, but it feels like everything costs a load at every turn, and that's just another perfect example of it. But then I don't even know if is it a private company running it rather than the council?
It's probably everything's privatised in this country. I don't want to go down that road too far now, but you know. Yeah,
if it's a bus company running it, it's just like, how much can we get away with charging? It's the same as the access to the airport drop-off, which has suddenly gone from 3 quid to 7 quid. This is turning into a rant about how much things cost in Yorkshire.
Freddos, hey, how much are they these days?
But you know what I mean? So it's like, well, if you want to encourage people to do it, make it accessible and make it affordable. And if you are driving people towards on-street parking, do something about that.
Yeah, but what we'll do is
the supply and demand is obvious, isn't it?
They'll make parking really bad to try and make people use the overpriced buses. Right. Rather than make the buses cheaper, it becomes all stick no carrot. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just make it worse for people, so they have to end up doing another bad thing. It becomes your option on an already really expensive day at football. Why don't you pay for your family car 21 quid?
Yeah,
to park it in Sturton or wherever.
The thing that I'd always wondered is there no way of building a train station closer to Elland Road? Because is it Cottingley is the closest one to it? Yeah, so that's like a 20-minute walk?
It's perpetually discussed as that. And again, there have been rumours about it for many, many years. Because if you're not familiar with the geography of Elland Road, it's right next to the East Coast Main Line, which is the Leeds to London railway line. But I think that's the problem, is that the required work would probably, no doubt, as everything does in this country, as we were saying, run into billions and billions of pounds. And it would be a fairly infrequent service. And it would disrupt service on the East Coast Main Line. So it's probably not viewed as feasible. That's me just like spitballing it anecdotally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they've said. But the Cottingley is on a different line though, so that would be doable. The problem is, part of the problem with Cottingley Station is that it's frankly a bit fucking terrifying down there. Right. I remember once getting the train from there on a night by myself and thinking, ooh.
Is it Cottingley where they've just built a new one, or is that the White Rose where they've moved it 100 yards further down?
Oh, White Rose, yeah, they're building one there now. I mean, I guess that's walkable as well, but it's all a walk though, isn't it?
It is, but I suppose what you want to do is you want to encourage everybody to get the train into there and then put on loads of buses, just make it joined up. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just an idiot with a podcast, not in charge of a council.
On a slightly lighter note about train stations, I was in Belfast City Airport recently, and there was a whole thing about they're putting a new sort of skywalk and train station in it. I was like, oh, that looks really good. And then it goes to the next page of the little video and it said, by 2040. It's like, well, I'll be dead by then. God's sake.
And also, you know, you can promise something by 2040. No one's going to remember. They're like 15 years. What is it they built it?
Just the train station.
Right, it's 15 years.
Well, yeah.
Could you do it a bit quicker, lads?
These things are going to take time. I was reading the Evening Post report of it, actually. It was about the transport stuff. I did enjoy that someone had complained there's inadequate cycle parking. That's one of the things. It's like, oh yeah, everyone's riding a bike to Elland Road. That's a big barrier. If only there was somewhere safe to park it, I'd be
Shoreditch. I'll leave my penny farthing.
But the report says this reflects the complexity and dynamic cross-disciplinary nature of the proposals and involves partnerships working with both regional and national stakeholder engagement, a rolling data-driven approach, and significant levels of modelling, assessment, and reporting. Just absolute word salad bollocks.
It is. Yeah, I was going to say it's just somebody's fed that into fucking ChatGPT and spat out a load of old bullshit.
It's complicated.
How many M dashes are in that sentence.
Yeah, actually, they've done the little edit on that, I think, to get rid of the.
Yeah, for anybody who's not sure, the M dash, the long horizontal dash, is always a dead giveaway of ChatGPT.
Because Forest used it, didn't they?
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
After they appointed Sean Dykes, they did their official statement.
Did they say it reflects the complexity and a dynamic cross-disciplinary nature of the proposals of the coaching role and involves partnership working with both regional and national stakeholders? Oh, God.
And working with Steve Stone, I think was the other bit.
Just build some stuff. Come on, lads.
Just wave it through. It's fine.
Which is what will end up happening. People will grumble for a bit. It'll get waved through. Not much will change. And then we'll all go, right, we can't drive anywhere at all now.
Yeah.
And then still, we can get to the football. Great.
Every week. But, I mean, the thing that will solve it, obviously, is another period of championship football when, the crowds can drop to a more manageable 17,500.
Well, let's do it properly. Let's go to League One again. Solve those transport problems. Anybody?
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah. It's a way of getting it done.
Boxing Day game. Let's talk about that quickly. It's a traditional part of the English football calendar, and it seems to have died out of fashion a little bit this year with the Premier League television product, which I suppose we have to remember it is above anything else. It's a TV show, isn't it, for most people?
Although I did hear a rumour that,
including the Premier League itself,
it was due to be Leeds Sunderland as the Boxing Day game was what someone. Sunderland Leeds, it's the away game, isn't it?
Well, I did put in the Daily Email that Leeds Sunderland was a Friday night in the Championship last year, and I can think of going up to Newcastle in the Premier League, and that was put on a Friday night. So I don't know if that's a rhyme or reason to do it, but maybe.
Have they announced what? Because basically the story is that it's going to be one game. Have they announced what that one game is yet?
No.
Right.
I don't think they have they?
No. Well, they were supposed to 2.5 weeks ago, but there's quite a few London derbies that weekend as well. Although I did read that they're talking about lifting the 3 p.m. blackout ban for that weekend and the weekend after, which is Leeds Man United at Elland Road.
Right.
That's going to move anyway. That'll be an early kick-off on it, you would think. Leeds Man United, there'll be concerns.
Although,
5.
just to return to the northeast and the Stadium of Light, the Sunderland Newcastle game is a non-bubble game for the first time, I think, in many years up there. So maybe they feel like they can adequately police a maximum of 3,000 people travelling. I don't know, but
the horses have got the helmets on.
Correct. So yeah, Christmas Day is a Thursday, Boxing Day is a Friday, as you mentioned there, Chris. So yeah, you could see it, couldn't you? Like a Boxing Day evening fixture or something like that.
Yeah. The Boxing Day fixtures are quite big in the Irish League as well, because it's all the local derbies are all played on Boxing Day, all at 3 o'clock. So if anyone's bored, just watch that instead.
What's the quality like?
It's got better. I've been to a couple, actually been to the last 2 Cliftonville Crusaders games on Boxing Day, and they're always good fun.
One thing to add is that yet again, the Premier League has failed to keep its promise about when they will make announcements about these things. Which are designed to assist fans in planning travel and so on and so forth. They should have announced it already. What was the cut-off for this some weeks ago?
The 15th.
Right, and so 2 weeks ago, but they've only actually announced up to the weekend before Christmas, the 22nd of December, which is not very helpful.
But this is going to keep happening because now that they've reformatted the European competitions, that January, February, March period is going to get so much messier now because there's teams. In January, you could play Europa League or Champions League on the 22nd of January, and you could be playing again in 2 weeks' time, but you won't know that until after you've played that final group game.
Right.
For the playoff rounds.
Well, there's now a bit of congestion around the Palace game, isn't there? There's some talk if that had been moved, because as it stands, Palace have got...
They've got a Thursday game, haven't they?
They've got a Thursday game, and they've got us, but then they've got a Carabao Cup game to squeeze in somewhere as well, which can't go midweek, and it can't obviously go on the weekends to do it playoffs. So there's some talk about where that's going to go.
Christmas Day.
That will move some. That'd do it.
They used to play on Christmas Day, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. They actually back in there, they'd play on Christmas Day and then Boxing Day. Imagine that. It was often against the same team, wasn't it?
That's just someone who hated his family. Doing the fixture computer, just being like...
I don't think they were doing computers when this happened.
No, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
On his bits of paper. Just like, I just want to be out of the house for 2 days.
But
that'll do.
That Palace game, I don't see why they can't just play it on the Wednesday after. Wednesday is is that Christmas Eve? That's Christmas Eve. Tuesday. Tough luck.
Tough luck, Palace. Just give us the points. That's the easiest way to do it.
They've already shifted our game to the Sunday to accommodate their European game, so they probably can't do it on the Tuesday, can they? Which actually, again, does go back to the game on the 30th against Liverpool, the away game there. That's been locked in, hasn't it? I think to the 8 o'clock kickoff. So they haven't done Boxing Day 26th, 27th weekend, but the Liverpool game presumably can't move because they'll have a game in the run up to that, and it's. Yeah, so they'll be playing on the. I don't know. It's all too complicated.
It's almost like they have put too many football matches in the calendar and have not really thought about how to deal with that in the long run.
And of course, they want more.
Well, the Monday night slot for that Palace game has already been taken as well, which is Forest, because they're obviously in the Conference League. I'm assuming they're away.
It's not dissimilar in some ways to the transport situation at Ellen Road. That you know it's going to happen. Like they're going to agree to more TV slots and more games in Europe and stuff. And how is it going to work? Look, we'll deal with that when it comes around.
We'll kill off the Carabao Cup.
It will be fine. We'll not have replays or something.
We'll cut the FA Cup down to 45-minute games. Just one half. You play one half,
5-a-side.
To make it more interesting. Or you start at 11 and you have to take a player off every 5 minutes.
That could work.
So they can play the Club World Cup it'll probably end up in Saudi, won't it, at some point? Anyway, we're upset with football and transport being broken today. Meslier to Anderlecht, that seems to be a rumour that's having a little bubble under. There was talk of him going to Celtic at one point, but do we know if that'll be perhaps not happening now with the change of manager up there? Either way, coming towards the end of his time at Leeds, and I suppose January, if he wants to get some football under his belt, is the time.
Yeah, I've seen that reported in Belgium about Meslier. I'm just trying to pull up the headline here. Anderlecht bomb spit out Premier League Crown Prince already on his way. And I don't know if that's Google Translate, but that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they should get him really based on that. You think he'd have gone already, wouldn't you, if he was going to leave? I kind of get the feeling he might be just dug in for the season and just is like, well, I'll see you in summer.
I don't know. Like I feel like the summer transfer window was one of those where a lot of teams kind of got to the end and panicked, but players probably got to the end and panicked too and didn't know what moves to make and what not to make, basically. So January, there's definitely still options there for a lot of players going in and out, and at Leeds. So I could see it happening, especially Belgian league. You're talking probably getting European football, all right, standard, kind of out of the limelight of playing in England.
Yeah, which possibly explains why he didn't go anywhere. Not only because he's on fairly astronomical money, so he's going to want to collect that, and by seeing his contract out, he'll get a signing on fee, and then even if he does accept slightly lower wages in the new contract, there's financial advantages to doing it that way, and just to keep himself out of the limelight. Because if he'd have gone to a relegation struggler or something like that, could have worsened his reputation and damaged his confidence even further. So it's not great for us to have a third keeper sat there on however much he's on a week. But from his point of view, you sort of understand it.
Strange to think Kinney was saying how we turned down enormous bids for him in a couple of summers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Should have probably taken that.
Happens.
We'll speak about Patrick Bamford in a second. Just worth mentioning that the women beat Doncaster Bells, one of the heritage women's teams in the women's game, which they kind of got stiffed out of their role in the league, didn't they?
They just don't have enough money.
Yeah, because basically you didn't pay enough to be in the Women's Super League, even though Doncaster Bells were so dominant in the women's game for many, many years. They're the team that sort of springs to the forefront of my mind when I think about the women's game, when Leeds United ladies, were quite prominent in the game too.
Yeah, but not got the name or the money these days. So they're at the same sort of level as Leeds, which is not a particularly high one at the minute.
Yeah, that's a strange old league, because you've got some places I actually never even heard of. But then you've also got like Doncaster and Leeds and Blackburn and Huddersfield in it.
But the other week we were playing a rugby league team, playing St Helens.
I know.
I noticed. I was like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Yeah, but through to playing Huddersfield in the FA Cup as well.
Into the second round. They won 2 FA Cup games now.
Wembley.
No, come on.
No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, well done on the victory against Doncaster Bells 4-0 away to Huddersfield in the next round of the FA Cup. Patrick Bamford, is he betraying us by hanging around with that little snitch, that little grass Frank Lampard?
Also, one thing on the women's team, that league, there is a playoff place now in it. So it's not just first that goes up. I think there's a playoff between the north and the south. don't know how it works. 'Cause I think there's North, South, and Midlands League, potentially like a round robin of 3. So it's not just
So that because they're playing in regional leagues there, and it's the
Yeah.
National League at the one above, isn't it? Right. Okay.
it's not the Hunger Games as it has been the last few years, trying to get out of that league.
Yeah. Patrick Bamford hanging around with Frank. I don't know who shouted on the dressing room floor. Lampard.
It would, I mean, I don't really want him to go to Coventry.
Do you know? It's a bit like you dumping your girlfriend and then getting upset with who she shacks up with next.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not him. Come on. Not that guy.
Lampard comes across really smarmy in that. Who could have seen that?
I was going to say, just stop there, Chris. You've
But
nailed
just
it.
the way he talks about it is like, yeah, I guess you could call it doing him a favour. I know Patrick well, and he hasn't got a club. He's training with us. I'm very happy. He's a good lad. He's very easy. He's just training with us. But I don't know why he's just training with Coventry then, because I was looking it up. Isn't he from
Nottingham, isn't he, originally?
Grantham? Which is near Nottingham, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I was wondering if Coventry and Nottingham are quite close to each other, but it's like an hour and a half.
it's mid. I mean, it's
Well,
all
it's commutable for a training ground, though, isn't it? You know.
it's all Midlandsy, I
So-
suppose.
It's not like he's just in the area and he's going to train with them for an afternoon.
Well, I mean,
or
there
something
are
like that.
genuine questions. I mean, we don't know where Patrick Bamford lives or whether he's maintained property down there or in Harrogate or whatever. But there's the issue of family and kids and nursery
Yeah.
and schools and all that to factor in. So you don't know. But
Coventry's a gorgeous place too.
yeah,
Just might want to live there.
the jewel. I think they call it the jewel of the East Midlands, don't they? Or is it the West Midlands?
The West one.
They're just jewel of the Midlands.
Yeah, very much so. Lovely place.
Famous for the old cathedral that got bombed and Lady Godiva
I'm sure these are all considerations.
and the 1987 FA Cup semi-final. Still not over it.
No, I know. And Darren Huckabee scoring a hat-trick against us. Anyway, we don't need to go into all that. We don't need to.
Why do I still have nightmares about Peter and Love
And then Nick Gary McAllister. Anyway, let's not worry about Coventry too much.
and Gordon Strachan?
Yeah, he was quite old though, wasn't he, by that point? McAllister still had a decade left in him, as it turned out, when we sold him to Coventry, thinking, he's pushing it now. But he was still decent. But yeah, I mean, I know you remember when we were lied to about Sam Byram just training with us.
Yeah.
And here we are, 3 years later, still in the squad, which I don't care about, to be fair. I'm glad Sam Byram's still knocking around. But yeah, it wouldn't be entirely surprising if he signed, would it? Because you can never... There's a reason people never trust it when they say, he's just training with us. And before you know it, do you know what? He's really impressed me, actually,
A
in
bit
training.
like Benito Carboni was just observing.
I'm just kidding.
And Gianluca Festa was-
Festa, that was,
Just
wasn't it?
I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
The Lampard thing isn't really what bothers me about this. It's I thought Bamford would go abroad. I thought he.
Well, what happened to Getafe?
I don't know. It kind of just died, that move. That would have been quite fun though, because their manager is like, they play like what is widely accepted as some of the worst and dirtiest football in Spanish football, and I would quite like to see Bamford in that team.
I'm kind of shrugging, doing that. What have I done?
Yeah, just elbowing centre backs as he loves to do. But I was looking at the Coventry side, like they still have Haji Wright in attack and Ellis Sims, and then when you play one striker, so I don't really know if Bamford gets into
The
the
third big man
yeah.
to throw in the mix.
Well, but the thing is
Where should he go in Italy? You know about Italian football. Where would be a nice sort of romantic fit for Pat Bamford?
I did say Pisa in the summer because they got promoted to Serie A, but I kind of, there's a bit of a thing in Italy of like random 35, 36-year-olds appearing in the second division and just looking like an entire cut above. Like Papu Gomez, who won the World Cup in 2022 with Argentina, is now playing for Padova. They were like just promoted to the Serie B. So maybe Bamford playing for Venezia, living in Venice.
yeah,
nice.
hipster
You
move.
know,
Yeah,
just seeing
You'd
him
like that
on like on a gondola.
in those really nice kits as well. They've always got really nice kits.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Coventry thing is interesting because 34 goals in 12 games, so they're bagging an average of 3 per game, plus 25 goal difference. Whatever Lampard's doing there is evidently working this season because they're on 28 points, 5 clear of third place Millwall.
What?
I know. And Middlesbrough in the silver medal slot at the minute. But it makes sense, doesn't it? If you are scoring a lot of goals, to add goals to it. It's as it's the JFK saying, isn't it? Repair the roof when the sun's shining and all that.
It would also create a Leeds spine because they've got Liam Kitching in defence and Matt Grimes in midfield.
How many? What's your favourite Liam Kitchen and Matt Grimes performance for Leeds?
Together?
Yeah, well, not. I'll allow you to not say together.
I mean, think of two if you want.
I can't think of anything Matt Grimes did other than what his mum did. Like, a genuine, other that and just pass the ball sideways.
Yeah.
Michael, keep tabs still on Becky, or?
Becky's not on. She's on the a short list of mums I will not even consider.
It's not a short list, it's a shit list.
Shit list, yeah.
Right, let's farm our likes, our dislikes, pick a hero and villain of the week. We had a victory against West Ham. Feels like ages ago now, last Friday. But we've got the match ratings from that were sent in by our TSB Plus members who rate the players every week, and they send us feedback on that. They tell us what they liked, what they didn't like about the week, and the match also. So let's accumulate all that data and try and turn it into something coherent, Michael.
Joe Rodon, apparently top of the ratings. Poor old Brendy. I felt he was nailed on for this to be the highest rated. What more does he need to do?
I know. I couldn't believe it when I was divvying them up. I was going through the data and just saw Brendan Aronson 8.38 going, oh yeah, that's him man of the match. Nope. So
a 0.11 difference.
Yeah, Rodon
in rankings that Rodon takes it. I think we should let him have the man of the match anyway.
Rodon was decent as he tends to be, and he did score. But he sort of did stuff we've come to expect of Joe Rodon, didn't he?
Yeah, he did get the Sky man of the match though. Rodon.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I was watching back, we had on Propaganda, the guy who does the little songs on the ESPN South American commentary. I listened because I knew it would be a TV game as well, with it being the Friday night, so he was doing it again. He didn't do any songs on it, but when on the highlights, obviously I don't speak an awful lot of Spanish, but he says something about like the goal of his life or something is what he said for Brendan Aronson, the one that hit the bar, and he mentioned the word pushkas in it as well. And so you kind of see where it almost ended up for him.
Just to box off the ratings, so Altanaka with the wooden spoon position in this one, but a 6.88 average out of 10. Yeah, Joe Rodon at the front beating off Brendan Aronson. What now? Gabby Goodmanson actually scored second lowest, but I suppose that's been hindered slightly by his injury. But again, they're all sort of floating around 7, which is a perfectly respectable mark. Subs ranging from 5.6 for Lucas Metcher to 6.89 for James Justin. Farker with just shy of 7 out of 10, and Stuart Atwell, the dickhead ref, 3.55 average out of 10. Right, so we've got all those ratings. What things did we like and dislike from the last 7 weeks, including the actions of those players and people?
Keith from Fleet to the other 18 clubs. Wolves are down. Aren't as poor as West Ham. We do need another one. We just recorded with Barron saying we need another club to declare themselves relegated here, because then we can all just relax. Someone needs to have a good month, getting no points, getting themselves cemented in that bottom 3, and we can just relax into the rest of the season.
Can I just a slight point of order? Does it not mean the other 17 clubs? If we're excluding Wolves and West Ham, then Leeds.
There's us as well. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but I know what he means.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Because we definitely don't want one of us to be one of them that
no.
So don't include us with those guys.
But do you really want that though? Because then you're just playing 29 games for the sake of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'd like the stress out of the way as early as possible, Chris.
It's all about the thrill of the ride. At the same time.
It'll be more enjoyable if the pressure's off.
I want the thrill to be in with a shout of the Conference League with 10 games to go, not in with a chance of 17th with 10 games to go. Although if you're in that middle zone, there's a chance both are possible, I suppose.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I feel like I'm happy to just have a stress-free season.
No, I think it's going to be quite fun until the end, one way or another.
I think it's very likely that we will be in the bottom 5 and therefore in a
scrap,
in a bit of a scrap.
I suppose as the jeopardy rises, the enjoyment tends to fall
until the end, and then it's better.
Yeah,
but you only get to as we were discussing the other week with the Cardiff boy on Propaganda. Basically, you can hate most of a thing, but then you get a good end, and you're like, "Oh, it's brilliant!
Yeah,
one of the best days." That.
Yeah.
Although weirdly, staying up at Brentford didn't quite feel like that. I don't know why. I don't think I felt as much joy as I thought I would.
More relief, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
There was more of an emptiness about the way that all went, though. Because I think actually a lot of fans had declared after the Chelsea, it was like 3-0 against Chelsea at home, and Dan James got sent off. At that point, it kind of felt like we're done here. But we were quite lucky in the end with the way things went and other results.
Does Michael polish his head? Enjoyed the 3 points. Not a particularly outstanding comment, but I like the name of the person who sent it in. Do you?
I don't know. It's a natural.
It's just got a natural sheen.
Natural sheen. Yeah. If I've just cut it, there's not much I can do. It's just very bouncy.
Do we need
very
to
bouncy.
Do we need to employ a makeup artist to come and powder your head before we start doing these?
It's an option.
Yeah.
Just completely. You've seen that the very like matte paint you can get. It doesn't reflect light. I just start drawing on hair with that. Look like I've got a hole in the top of my head.
Get it tattooed in, like the people who get that. Yeah, I think that'd look perfectly natural and normal on you if you just showed up one day and just completely straight back at it like that Shearer meme. Unbelievable hard. Enjoyed the final whistle.
Yeah, that was the main bit of the second half.
Is that the best thing the ref did?
No, added on 4 minutes. A few people mentioned that actually.
Yeah.
That they Chris Milner, I can see there that the dickhead ref didn't add on more than 4 minutes. I'd have been fuming if we'd have been chasing that game and 4 minutes were added on, because there was not a lot of football played, was there?
No, and maybe he was trying to make up for the 13 beforehand.
I mean, it was raining quite heavily.
I did get the impression that he went, I can't add more on after I did 13.
He just wanted to go get a nice shower. I'm telling you.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I would have been absolutely livid with that. Before the board went up, I was thinking minimum of 5. Maybe as many as 8.
Yeah, my voice went up an octave with pleasant surprise. Oh, 4 minutes.
It's surprising how quickly 4 minutes can go by as well once you've had a goal kick and a throw in and a free kick sort of thrown in the mix.
You know that every action takes 30 seconds, doesn't it? Just about. So you know that if it goes out for a throw, right, that's 30 seconds we can chalk off. Right, okay, it's gone up that end. That's another 30 seconds we can chalk off. So you just want 8 things to happen to get it done, give or take. Other likes and dislikes then?
Dan James Platform Shoes saying that Brendan Aronson is the obvious hero of the week. Watching him prove us all wrong was like watching one of those 90s American films where an 11-year-old outsmarts some adult burglars against all odds.
Has there been a film themed around that? Or
not that I know of.
No, I can't think of any. Not with Christmas coming up and all that. Paqueta's face, disliked. Is that in the dislike column? I quite enjoyed it.
Well, how upset it was.
Yeah. That's what we're all here for, isn't it?
It's good that their best players are getting really pissed off. I take that as a good sign for a team that's down there with us.
Yeah, it's Philip who said that, by the way. Thank you, Philip.
Yeah, whenever he got booked, I quite enjoyed that, especially all the jokes about bets on that.
Oh, shots fired, by the way. Jelly's disliked the fact that we were a little bit hypocritical on the match ball. Burnley were the shittest team in the league playing this way last week, and when we do it, we're applauding it. Although we did caveat that by saying, like, you have to come out on the right end of the result in order for it to be justifiable, doesn't it?
I do actually agree with him. Says we're not good enough defensively to play this way, and I do think we should have been a bit more expansive,
a bit more front foot,
and like tried to, just continue as we were. But I do think West Ham's injury helped though when they actually brought a striker on, because I didn't feel like they had an awful lot of threat until Wilson was on. Then it gave them a bit of a focal point.
Yeah, I mean the argument against that is that Farke probably felt and was right at 2-0 that they didn't have the game plan to break Leeds down. Like you could tell that what they wanted to do was to make that 0-0 at half time and then try and sneak it in the second half. But then because the goals came so early. But no, I do agree. Like, when you're clearly on the front foot, you should try and stay on the front foot. It's not like it was last year where we took the foot off because we were playing again on Wednesday. We're not playing again till the weekend after.
Yeah. Speaking of the weekends, Jelly on the other side.
We were all poorly though, according to Farke. That's what he did say.
Sick and injured, so I think there is a bit of mitigation for the lack of attacking now. But yeah, Jelly, speaking of the weekend, just said that the weekend started out right. Enjoys the fact that the Yeboah shirts have been sent out as well. Yeah, they are now in stock. Thesquareball.net if you want one of those. Good t-shirt.
Christmas stuff coming soon.
Right, the Christmas jumpers we've got, they've arrived.
They have arrived. They're in the building.
Right.
They remain a secret.
Yep.
Unless
Can I see them?
Unless you're in the office, then you can see them.
Can I see them?
No. Yeah, you're not
he's not allowed.
Why not?
No, just cause them.
All right.
Can't keep your mouth shut.
Whatever you do,
Can't keep your mouth shut.
don't look left when you walk out of the studio.
Don't you blab it all over town.
Is that why I've been walking in with a blindfold every
That's
day?
the one.
I thought it was just you being kinky. Right, let's pick a hero and villain of the week. The Ken Bates villain of the week first. I think I know you think you're above the voices now, but we need more, Ken. So can you just do a bit for me, please? Just introduce this feature.
Okay. My mouth isn't quite wet enough.
Imagine you're on Yorkshire Radio back in the day.
At the moment. I'll just leave a very long pause. And then answer the question. Because that's what you get there. You just a long pause, then another one. Then you say, My villain of the week. Probably the Dildo Brothers. What are them the West Ham United Stadium?
Sorry?
The West Ham United Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that West Ham United Stadium is what that was there. I don't know. I don't know, villain. We would
94, by the way, at the start of December, if he makes it.
The caveat we've had every year on his birthday since he was our owner. I don't know, villain of the week.
Atwell could probably get it.
He was kind of shit. It did take him ages to give all the decisions, it felt like.
Yeah, it's weird blaming the referee in a week that you won, but it's also kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows we're really trying to keep him in the place, I suppose.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Like, nobody let us down from our side of the fence. West Ham were almost willing victims, given how toxic it's got there.
Public transport.
Public transport.
Adductor muscles. Just thinking of things that have been a bit annoying the last few weeks.
Given how chippy I was about it at the start of this show, I want to go public transport in Leeds.
Yeah.
As an ongoing thing. Yeah.
All right, fine.
So
Leeds Council for the last 30 years.
You've got 7 days until we do this award again. Remedy it. Get some...
Leeds Council and central government for the last 30 years. So we're bringing in John Major's partly to blame, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown.
You've got 7 days.
Cameron.
7 days to remedy it, or you're back here again. You'll be on the naughty step until we say so, until you get it sorted and give us our new stadium with trams.
Are we going to give the council it every week until they build the tram?
We should do, you know.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be, because we'll do the Hero of the Week in a minute, which has got a sponsor. There's no sponsor for the Villain of the Week because it's negative. So we'll say Leeds City Council for still not giving us a tram.
They can sponsor it unofficially, whether they want to or not.
Yeah, exactly. No money will change hands.
No. The pricks at Leeds City Council sponsor the Villain of the Week.
For not building us mass transit. Yeah.
That's our business rates going up.
Right. Are we giving it to Atwell? Oh, no, we're giving it to Leeds City Council, right? Sorry, yeah.
Tracy Brabin. She's been in the job a year or two. Where's our trams?
Did you want to build them yourself?
She could do,
yeah. So she was down at Dean's Play for the premiere night.
Oh, she's got time to go to plays, has she?
You were stood next to her. You didn't say anything then, did you, you coward?
Not put any tracks down.
Yeah. She probably didn't take the bus.
Right. Let's do the Katano Baradi Hero of the Week to close out the show. Sponsored by the tuktukclub.com. Tuk-tuk adventures in northern Thailand. Elephants, waterfalls, forests, quality food, nice hotels, self-drive,
trams,
chauffeur-driven. They've got fucking transport, haven't they? They've got transport sorted.
I mean, not on a... Do
you want a fleet of tuk-tuks in Leeds?
I don't think a tuk-tuk is mass transit unless they can build a really big one.
Right, giant tuk-tuks in Leeds.
It's probably not practical. There are better solutions.
Absolutely massive tuk-tuk.
Although with the difficulties of the stakeholder engagements and a data-driven approach, maybe they'll find it's the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
At the Leeds and Milan game in Dublin afterwards, there was quite a few drunk Leeds fans in tuk-tuks. For some reason, there's loads of tuk-tuks in Dublin. And
they've got them?
Yeah, it was chaos. It was brilliant.
Well,
I bet they're expensive in Dublin.
I would say so. Yeah.
You'll find them in northern Thailand as well. Overseen by Bruce, who's the Leeds fan who runs the tuktukclub.com. TSB 15 for a 15% discount on your booking. Who do you want to put forward for Hero of the Week? It's got to be Brendy, surely.
Brendan.
The United States of America.
let's limit it to Brendan for now. It's got to be. We give him so much shit, don't we?
Don't give him shit. I want him to do what he did, and he did it. So I think we should reward him for it. I mean, we were talking before about carrot and stick. This is carrot.
Yeah, leave Milana to do the stick on him this week.
Right.
I think if any of our wingers had put in that performance, we would have nominated them for Hero of the Week. So it's just right to give it to him.
Yeah,
for one time only.
Oh yeah, but normal service resumed. I'm sure. I'd still drop him for Dan James if he's fit this weekend.
It's his birthday last week. Was Brendy's.
Was it 14?
25.
Not 25.
14. Bless him. It's not his fault he looks young, does it?
I know. It was the other year when it was, again, it was just from following Milana's Instagram, but she put a picture of him with his birthday cake in front of him, and he was shirtless, and he did just look like a teenage boy who'd been brought his cake.
Is that what you Google mainly?
Shirtless teenage boys celebrating birthdays, yes. So what?
Thank you for joining us on the Square Ball podcast. That will end the show for this week. Yeah, that's our weekly roundup sorted. Look out for the show with Beren Cross, where we're going to preview Brighton a bit more effectively than ranting about public transport in Leeds on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Covering all the bases, yeah. We'll speak to Beren tomorrow and back with the match ball after the game.
Covering bases, not torsos.
We'll see you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.